Man, I've just stumbled across some data which could suggest that this crypto bull market is not as powerful as previous bull markets. Or the other way you could interpret this data, which I'm going to share with you, is that we're not even in the midst of actually what is this round's bull market going to be like. Loads to get into and a lot more. Smash the likes. Do not forget to subscribe as always. If you want to trade with me, you can do so at jarlscrypto.com/TG. It's going to be the very first link in the description where I'm taking awesome altcoin spot only trades. If you want to see some of those, jump into our Telegram community. So check this article out. This Bitcoin bull run is breeding millionaire whales at slower pace, the data shows. Currently, less than 2,000 millionaires or wallets with $1 million worth of Bitcoin are created daily. They're saying that this is significantly lower than the 2020 to 2021 bull run, where 4,000 millionaires are created every single day, and over 2,000 wallets with $10 million balance per day. So we're a magnitude of 10 of the previous bull market number of millionaires created. And so the question now arises, is this the law of diminishing returns? Remember, there's only so many times that crypto can keep fooling people. It's now close to a $2 to $3 trillion asset class across all of the crypto and altcoins. Could it be that each bull run is now getting smaller and smaller? Are we finally starting to see evidence around this? Well, let's take a look at exactly what they had to say. Wallet data tracked by Keiko shows slower growth in the on-chain Bitcoin whales or millionaires. The slower growth rate indicates several things, including profit-taking by investors. The ongoing Bitcoin bull run is characterized by Wall Street's embrace of the longer-weighted Bitcoin spot ETFs. Still, the rally is producing millionaires. However, at a slower rate than the previous uptrend. The leading cryptocurrency by market cap value has risen 70% this year, guys, Bitcoin, setting new record highs above 72,000. The rally follows the past year's 155% surge from the depths of a brutal bear market. According to data tracked by Keiko, less than 2,000 millionaires or wallets with $1 million worth of Bitcoin are created daily versus 4,000 millionaires created in the previous cycle. And over 2,000 daily, guys, 2,000 people daily being made 10 millionaires, right? Deca millionaires, $10 million balance in their wallets. The slower pace might mean that the bull run is still in the early stages. And this was my take. As soon as I read the opening headlines, like, guys, they're using data now when we're not even in the peak of the bull run. We've not even had the Bitcoin halving yet. And we're already creating 2,000 millionaires a day. People are printing money in this market. And you're either sitting on the sidelines or you're taking action. If you want to take action, you need to take action, right? There's no other way of taking action but taking action. You're either buying, you're either DCAing, you're being patient, you're trading the market with us in our Telegram community. What are you doing? Because there are people becoming millionaires every single day. This is not just made up, right? It's happening daily. 2,000 new millionaires being created daily through crypto. The conclusion is consistent with the market consensus that prices could rise to $150,000 and higher in the coming months due to continued inflows from the spot ETFs and the halving, right? The crypto halving reducing the supply side. This slower growth rate of millionaires could be due to a few things. One, new capital has yet to arrive in full force. Two, large whales are taking profits as Bitcoin hits new highs. Or three, whales are storing their holdings with custodians rather than personal wallets. All of these are really good points, guys. One, I definitely agree that more capital is going to come into the market, right? There is no way that BlackRock, Fidelity, WisdomTree, ARK have gone to all of their high net worth individuals since January, right? We're only in March. Since January when the ETF got approved and convinced them and got them on board onto the Bitcoin ETF. More money is coming. Hold the fort, guys. More money is coming. It's sitting there, it's waiting. And this is not necessarily money from people who love and believe in Bitcoin, maybe like we do. This is going to be money from multi-billionaires who just go, you know what, this Bitcoin thing might be serious, you know, and they say to their wealth advisor at BlackRock, they say, yeah, go on, chuck a couple bill in there, right? Chuck a couple of billion in there. It's going to be much more than what we could do to affect the market. So more capital is coming. Two, whales are taking profit. Yes. Do not be surprised to see whales taking profit now, right? When people have been DCAing through a bear market, and not just this bear market where Bitcoin hit 15,000, but some people were DCAing in the previous bear market when Bitcoin was at 3,000 and beyond. And so naturally, you will see elements where people start to trim and take profit. So do not be surprised to see that. And finally, whales are storing their holdings with custodians. Yes, this data, exactly when I read this article, this kind of, that was the first thing that caught my attention was no, but not everybody keeps it on train that you can track how many millionaires are created, because people keep it with custodians. Right? And so you won't be able to tell exactly if it's sat with a Coinbase, if it's sat with a Binance. How do you know exactly how many people are becoming millionaires daily in crypto? But either way, very interesting article here, and kind of gives us a kind of good thought process. Hang on, Bitcoin is sitting here, it's just dropped below 70,000 as I'm recording this video. But what is going to happen next, right? I mean, that's the main question we've all got. And so the main thing we need to understand here is we need a retest, right? And you can kind of see that happening right now. Let me just zoom out here into the weekly chart. You have to forgive me for being on my iPad. But what are you seeing here? This is Bitcoin wicking down now, right? Earlier this week, we ran all the way up to 73,000. Now we've fallen back below 70. That shouldn't be a surprise, right? That shouldn't be a surprise because we've got a bunch of this area here which we need to retest. Since we broke through all-time highs, we haven't come back to turn that resistance, because whenever you have an all-time high, it becomes a resistance, turn it back into support. So do not be surprised to see that happen, right? I have no issues with this price action wanting to do this. Come back here, test all-time highs, and then bounce onwards for the further sustained run. Another very important metric, which I've been speaking about for a long time now, is guys, please watch the FOMO in this market. There's so much FOMO, there's so much greed, there's everybody talking about crypto. You are susceptible to this, these wicks down to pick up liquidity. And market makers want to grab liquidity to the upside and they want to grab liquidity to the downside. If you want to know which key areas are the liquidity zones, I share them in my Telegram community for free. ijazcrypto.com/TG. I share the last liquidity zones and look at how Bitcoin's just fallen below 70 and grab that liquidity. Right? And here's the crazy stat which I tweeted earlier today. Again, you missed it in the Telegram. I tweeted it as well. If Bitcoin falls to that 50,000 price point again, 50,000, we're at 70 now, 50,000, $20,000 lost on Bitcoin, $30 billion worth of liquidations will occur. $30 billion. Put that into your brain, guys. So you've got to understand that this market is very volatile. If you chase green candles, you will get caught with your pants down. You've got to be sensible. You've got to be patient. You've got to be methodical, right? Everybody FOMOing in yesterday at 73,000. Where are you now? Where are you now that Bitcoin's at 70, right? Or 69? Are you now DCAing, right? If we look here at the daily chart, we're extended from our daily EMA ribbon. It shouldn't be crazy to suggest that, oh, look, Bitcoin wants to come down here, right? I mean, look, let's zoom this out. You got some key support at all-time highs. We know that. Fine. It's coming and testing that now. Then you've got some support at 65,000. Then you've got EMA ribbon coming in at 63,000. All completely normal levels for Bitcoin to flush out some leverage, retest, and then want to bounce. These are all fine situations. We retested here, and then moved. These are normal things to happen, and I don't have an issue if Bitcoin wants to go down that process of retesting. But the question is, I will be DCAing in here, right? I don't want to be chasing up here. No, that's not what I do. I want to be buying in here. And if I can keep getting in the habit of buying in here and buying in here and buying into the EMA ribbon, I'll be buying on the pullbacks versus the person who buys here and buys here and buys here and keeps FOMOing in. And my cost basis will be far better than that person. The other thing worth looking at is the 4-hourly EMA ribbon as well, because you've got to look at the 4-hourly chart. And that's when you can see the pullback in full force, right? This is a proper pullback now into the 4-hourly EMA ribbon. Now, a few things can happen here. Look at the last time we really properly pulled back into the EMA ribbon. We pulled back, we wicked all the way down there, caught the horizontal support on this green line, which happened to be $60,000, a key level, and then it picked it back up again. So do not get caught out in this leverage flush. I mean, look at this. The price would have been up here, chilling all the way at 68,000, and then boom, all the way down to 60,000. Similar can happen here. This price action could dump all the way down to 65,000, liquidate you overzealous longs, and then continue on its merry way back towards 74,000 and create a higher high. So do not be liquidation fodder for market makers. That's my warning for you guys. We're in an exciting market right now. I expect more exciting things to happen. I expect more flows of capital to come in. I expect more money coming into the ETFs. I expect the demand side of crypto to skyrocket. I expect the supply side to halve through the Bitcoin halving. On top of that, we expect macroeconomics to improve, and it's going to be an exciting period. But you can still get yourself wrecked if you're not careful. If you chase green candles, if you take 100x leverage longs, if you get yourself wrecked in the volatility that is crypto, you're still going to be crying to your mama saying, oh no, crypto's a scam. You got to be an adult. You've got to treat it like a professional, and that way you will get the results. If you want to trade alongside my community, ejazcrypto.com/TG, I'm getting insane results in there, trading altcoins. If you want to learn how, I'll teach you. Links in the description, very first one. If you appreciate these type of updates, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.